Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a brave and adventurous boy named Yusuf. He loved exploring unknown and mysterious places. One day, Yusuf heard about an old haunted palace. Unable to resist his curiosity, he decided to go and uncover the truth for himself. He embarked on his journey to the abandoned palace. Yusuf arrived at the palace and cautiously entered. The rooms were dark and filled with dust, but Yusuf wasn't afraid. He wandered through the palace, discovering strange and intriguing things, like paintings hanging on the walls and doors opening and closing on their own. Suddenly, Yusuf heard a mysterious sound coming from the upper floor of the palace. He felt a sense of fear, but he didn't give up. He wanted to know the source of the sound. Slowly, Yusuf climbed the stairs and found a tightly closed door. With a strong push, Yusuf opened the door and found himself in a large, dark room. There was a mysterious shadow moving in the corner. Yusuf approached it with cautious steps, and when the light illuminated the shadow, he discovered it was just an old doll. In that moment, Yusuf heard a chilling laughter filling the room. He froze in place, then felt a cold touch on his shoulder. He quickly turned around and found himself face to face with a strange figure wearing an old and eerie costume. "Who are you?" Yusuf asked, his voice trembling. The strange figure smiled and said, "I am the ghost of this palace, and you are the first one brave enough to explore it. But fear not, I am not evil. I just wanted to see if you dared to face your fears and embark on an adventure." In that moment, Yusuf's scary story turned into an exciting adventure. He spent time with the ghost, exploring the palace and uncovering ancient secrets. Yusuf learned that things are not always as they seem, and that bravery and curiosity can lead to amazing experiences. And so, Yusuf lived his thrilling adventures in the haunted palace, becoming friends with the ghost who guarded it. When he shared his story with his friends, he inspired them to explore the world and face their fears with courage. Who taught my daughter to count? The events of this story revolve around a little girl named Sandy. Sandy has not yet reached her 4th year and has not gone to school before. One day, the bell of Sandy's house rang. Sandy's mother opened, and the neighbors invited them to a birthday party for one of their children. On that day, Sandy came with her parents for the Christmas party. It was a very beautiful day. After Christmas, the family came home. The mother went to her bed because she wanted to sleep. The mother was tired all day, and the father waited for the start of a football match. Sandy's father was a crazy lover of one of the teams. While watching the match, Sandy's father fell asleep and fell into a deep sleep. By midnight, Sandy woke up from her sleep and went to her father. Sandy said, "Dad, how old will I be in a month from now?" The father said, "I don't know, Sandy." The father was sleeping and not in my full concentration. But the strange thing is that Sandy pointed her hand at the number 4. Here the father went crazy, so Sandy did not learn to count yet. Then Sandy's mother came, and the father said, "Who taught my daughter to count?" Who answers this story revolves around a young man named Sameh. That day, Sameh noticed that his phone was not with him, so Sameh started looking for the phone everywhere, and he does not remember whether Sameh brought the phone with him in the first place, or did he forget it at home. In the end, Sameh decided to take one of his friends back. Sameh tried to call his phone. The strange thing is that someone answered Sameh's call. Then Sameh thought that his phone had been stolen, but the person who answered Sameh started laughing loudly and frighteningly. After a few seconds, he hung up. Despite one of Same's attempts to reach that person, but he did not answer the phone again. Same came home very sad because his phone was lost. But the strange thing is that Same found his phone on the table, and the house is where no one lives except Same.